For the Raw version, I believe it was the Raw version of the tag team title, the Street Profits took on Andrade and Garza with Selena Vega. Have the Street Profits and Private Party ever been seen in the same room at the same time?
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, and actually, hopefully they never will be. It's the same fucking gimmick on both fucking channels. I guess Street Profits were first because AEW is newer. I don't know, but Street Profits outfits are much more expensive and look just as goofy as Private Parties. It's like Private Party is the Street Profits junior high school picture. They're takeoffs on basketball uniforms, and they look fucking horrid. I don't know. I'm sure we've seen Street Profits a time or two before. I probably zipped through it, but I watched this match to my everlasting dismay. Within 30 seconds, Montez Ford proved he can't hit the fucking ropes. Did you see that?
I missed that.
The first time he hit the ropes, he looked like he was running toward barbed wire that was on fire. I don't know what the fuck. And then the Street Profits hit not only a sloppy flapjack, but a reckless flapjack. And I guess they've seen it on television and just decided to do it. And a lot of people out there, oh, now Cornette's telling these guys like Cornette's ever done a flap. I invented the fucking flapjack, you morons. And so I got the right to critique it. And this was not the way. They were too far apart. They grabbed the guy's legs so low and boosted him up. And then they both fell at different stages in different directions. You're supposed to be tight, shoulder to shoulder. Each one of you grabs a fucking thigh. The guy puts his hand one on each shoulder in the middle. You boost him straight up, and then you take it back, and you go back at approximately the same pace. Now, Stan and Bobby could not take the exact same kind of flat back bump because it wasn't natural to both of them. So there was a little variation in how they went down, but they went down closer together and fucking with more control of the guy. And you always tell the guy, don't reach out and take it on your hands. You'll break your wrist. Take it on the goddamn forearms. So you've got a pad or a shoulder and turn your fucking head to the side or whatever. But they just launched this guy. Anyway, I wasn't for sure if Andrade and Garza are good or just looked good by comparison. And then my next line was check that. It's just by comparison. Because then they started doing the backslap tags. Nobody even tries anymore. Montez Ford looked like he had never sold before in his life. And he doesn't look like he's easy to move around or easy to work with. He got a hot tag in quotation mark to Dawkins, who made a decent comeback, but his outfit, he looks like somebody that wandered in out of a fucking playground ball game in that outfit. And then at that point, they did a double knockout and simultaneous cold tags for no fucking reason. Ford has a nice top rope crossbody. That's another thing. You got Mark Quinn on one team. You've got Montez Ford on the other team. They both have that tremendous hang time and the leaping and everything, but their fundamentals are all shot. And I'll say the same thing about this Montez Ford I said about Mark Quinn, except I think Mark Quinn is much superior to Montez Ford. Because I said they need to be in a great training program to get their basics so that the athleticism is not the only thing they're doing, that their shit actually looks good. But then I realized Montez Ford seems like he would have been in a great training program, so apparently he's hopeless. Mark Quinn, I think, is still, could make it. Anyway, one of the heels I didn't write down who completely missed the double foot stomp to the head of Montez Ford. Did you see that when he landed beside of him and fell backwards and Ford sold it a second later? Like, oh shit. They did another babyface tag. After the heat, then they just start tagging whenever it's just convenient to do a spot. I've never seen so many babyface tags after a fucking comeback. Dawkins did some sloppy something. And then Ford slipped off the ropes 2 or 3 times before he finally hit a turnaround sloppy splash off the top rope. And they won. Absolutely fucking rotten. What the fuck was that all about? That needed to be on SummerSlam? They don't have two other tag teams in the whole company that could have had a tag team match any better than that needed to be on SummerSlam.
I didn't think it was as bad as you did, although certainly not perfect. They don't have too many good tag teams, if that was part of your question there. I'm a big fan of Garza. I think Garza's a star. I think he carries himself like a star. I think he's good in the ring. I think Andrade's good in the ring. The jury's still out on, I was about to say the Street Profits. They're the Street Profits.
Yeah.
The jury's still out on them.
What more evidence do you need? I'll bring some more.
Zelina Vega is fantastic.
She's good.
She's fantastic. She is really good. And, it was what it was.
Moving along.